Hey my friends, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? Great! We are still in Iowa, and today there are a few things that I want to see. You're going to come along with us, and this should be a lot of fun. Daze with Jordan the Lion, it begins right now. Not as much snow, but he's learning to enjoy it, I think. Today we're heading to a town called Eldora. There is a filming location, movie house located there that I loved in the 90s, and I still love the movie, and I want to see it today. So we're going. There we go. There's our sign for Eldora. Steamboat Rock. What a cool name. Welcome to Eldora. In the movie Twister, starring Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt, this is supposed to be Waukeeta. The house that we're going to see is in Waukeeta, Oklahoma. Well, they apparently have a Twister Park I didn't know about here. Well, it's nice to see that the town does embrace some of its film history. Even if the movie, just the house, was filmed here. It's very cool that they did that. Flying cows. We are almost there. I'm excited. I love this movie. We have arrived. You can see there's a sign letting you know not to trespass because it is a private home, but we are here. The basis of this movie is that there's a bunch of storm chasers that are out trying to, they've made an invention to calculate everything about a tornado, and so they're out chasing these storms, trying to get ahead of it so that they can send their invention, the Dorothy, up into the storm, up into the tornado. So basically the object is to get in front of it, set it in front of where the tornado is coming through, and then for the tornado to pick it up, and it reads everything about it. And they judge the tornadoes on a Fujita scale. So they've went out and they're chasing two tornadoes, and there's two characters, Joe, played by Helen Hunt, and Bill, played by Bill Paxton. They're getting a divorce, and Bill has come to get his divorce papers signed and picked up and everything, and his new fiance is along with them, Melissa, and they, as he's getting his papers signed, get a tornado coming through, so he gets wrapped up into his old life and comes out storm chasing with them, comes out tornado chasing, and they do two chases and then realize that they are near Waukeeta, which is in Oklahoma. Now the production actually basically rented out Waukeeta, the town of Waukeeta, so that they could destroy it for later on in the movie. And they're reminiscing about stories of Bill's crazy life, storm chasing with them. And you can tell that his fiance is kind of getting the impression that he's not over this section of his life, and that he's a little bit more of a different person than what she thought she was getting originally. Freaking fantastic movie. And if you go to Waukeeta, which I have, they have a great Twister museum there. I accidentally had a corrupted memory card and lost the vlog, but I do want to go back at some point because they have all kinds of home movie footage showing the filming of the movie, and they explain to you how the town was kind of dirtied up and roughed up, and how they put all this garbage. They just brought all kinds of rubble into the town to make it look like a tornado had hit. Pretty cool. Freaking got to see the Twister house today. Alright, now we're gonna kind of backtrack a little bit towards where we were in the last vlog. We're gonna go a little west of Des Moines. And this should be really interesting. Site of a shootout. That's great. Look at the sign for Dexter. The original one-horse town. And I guess we're taking some sort of historic White Pole Road, part of the Iowa byways, to get to Dexter. There, we're cruising into Dexter, Iowa. that's cool. Look at that church. There we go, historic site. We'll take that right. So right here, right off the side of the road, we have a little tourist stop. Let me show you what happened here. So it actually has two different plaques here depicting things that happened, and I'll show you what they were. The first one here you have tells of something called Dexfield Park. And this was, it says, it opened in 1915, and it was probably the most famous entertainment park in the state of Iowa. Primitive, early form of an amusement park that used to be right out here. Said back then everything, all the roads and everything were dirt, and it was up on a big muddy hill. So sometimes it made cars impossible to travel. So they were open every Sunday and people came from miles around. Often there would be 4,000 people here. They would have fountains and they would have all kinds of swimming pools that fed in from the river. And you can see it was just kind of like a cool place to hang out. But Dexfield Park also has another form of significance. You see right here, we see that this plaque, trying to work with the sun here, tells of the Barrow Gang being captured here. Bonnie and Clyde. It says the abandoned Dexfield Park served as a hideout for the Barrow Gang from July 20th to July 24th, 1933. They picked a location for their camp on the high ground south of the park, tucked away in the underbrush. It is here that they could tend to their wounds from a previous gun battle near Platte City, Missouri. Interesting. The car was filled with bullet holes and a different car was needed. Early on Sunday morning, Clyde Barrow with W.D. Jones drove northeast to Perry and stole a car belonging to Edward Stoner. Clyde feared his brother Marvin Buck was near death and sensed it was time to make plans to leave for Texas. A local farmer, Henry Nye, discovered the campsite by chance. Bloody clothing, seat cushions, and mats were burning, so that would have probably been all over in there where Dexfield Park would have been. They were hiding out. So they found nearby bloody bandages. Word spread quickly that the notorious gang was camped outside of town. John Love, Dexter Night Marshal, notified Dallas County Sheriff. Upon his description and investigation, the law officers were convinced it was the notorious Barrow brothers and the gang. On July 24th, about 6 a.m., a posse composed of state agents, county officers, and local law enforcement attempted to capture the Barrow gang. The road and bridge were guarded in an effort to block them from leaving. The officers walked in on the gang from the west in efforts to surprise them. The shooting began. Bandits took refuge behind their car and opened fire with pistols and automatic rifles. Clyde attempted to drive one of the cars out of the park away from the lawmen, but was met by gunfire again. He was hit in the shoulder and lost control of the car, running over a stump where the car would not be pried loose. Clyde got everyone out and headed for the other car, but it was no use. The posse shot out all the windows and tires and ruined the engine. The only thing left was to run and hide. W.D. Jones, or Jack Sherman as he was known, was stunned again by a glancing shot. Bonnie Parker took shotgun pellets to the midsection, and Buck was hit again. Leaving Buck and his wife Blanche behind, Clyde, Bonnie, and W.D. Jones waded the South Raccoon River at the east end of the park. At gunpoint, Clyde forced Valley and Marvell to get to their 1929 Plymouth ready to go, then ordered the fellers to lift the badly wounded Bonnie into the car. They drove away from the farm and back onto the current Dexfield Road, heading north, making their getaway through Redfield. The feller car was abandoned in Polk City, Iowa, blood-stained with a shattered windshield. A National Guardsman, Dr. Keller and James Young of Dexter, came upon Buck and Blanche hiding out behind a fallen tree. This well-known picture shows Blanche struggling with police officers, John Forbes and Ford Knapps as Buck lay seriously wounded on the ground, tended by Virgil Musselman in the undershirt and bib overalls. Dexter Cafe owner Harold Myers is crouching down to the left, holding the towel. Dr. Keller is in the fedora, is standing in front of the car, which was brought up to take the prisoners away. Wow, what a day, man. The only injuries to the posse was a slight head wound sustained by the deputy sheriff. It says this location was the beginning of the end of the crime spree for the Barrow Gang. On April 16, 1934, they returned to the Stewart area and robbed the First National Bank. History was made on May 23, 1934, when Bonnie and Clyde were gunned down near Gibsonland, Louisiana, by Texas and Louisiana police officers, bringing an end to the most notorious desperados crime in the Depression era. Wowza! So they must have been hiding out in this section. God, what a history. Because the bridge that they mention is right over here, that they blocked off so that they couldn't get any further. Man, the beginning of the end for the Barrow Gang. I almost wonder if this driveway that's right over here, if that was the original driveway into the amusement park. I'll admit it wasn't a whole lot to see, but that plaque was one of the most detailed plaques I've ever seen anywhere for a historical site. So I learned more from that plaque, I think, than I would have found any article online. And I just love that, you know, these towns make it a point to show anything historical. In fact, there's something coming up here that we just passed I'm going to show you that I thought was kind of funny. They have a historical placard for. And I do apologize for the wind. Iowa has just been extremely windy everywhere I went. So take a look at that. It's a field plow, and this little marker is noting that this was the National Soil Conservation Field Days and Plowing Matches of 1948. They were having out there on those fields plowing matches, competitions. And this, the reason they have this here is not only because of the plowing matches, but that apparently is Vern Reynolds, a local farmer. That was his, and he paid $35 for that, used from International Harvester. It's a two-bottom plow in the 1950s. The plow is known as the Little Genius. They were made from 1928 to 1963. They were later built with rubber tires, a big improvement from the steel wheels that they originally did out here. So, like I said, they kind of note the history of a little bit of everything out here. I kind of dig it. So now we're going to go get some food in West Des Moines. Very interesting novelty restaurant. There's the sign for John Wayne's birthplace. I've already vlogged that before. Vlogged the Birthplace Museum and childhood home in Winterset, which is also where they filmed Bridges of Madison County, the Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep movie. And I vlogged that as well, so if you wanted to see anything from my last trip to Iowa, those are two of the things I did. That crazy pyramid. What secrets lie beneath that pyramid? Alright, so a little change of plans. We're still going to the same place, but they have two locations. And the one in West Des Moines turned out to be in a mall, and I just didn't want to go to a mall location. So we're going to go to the main one about 15 minutes away in Des Moines. Alright, let's make another attempt at this. Come on, Zombie Burger! What? I'm kind of getting the feeling that Zombie Burger is going to be over in the same area that Fong's Pizza was from the last vlog, which was awesome. That pizza turned out to be really great. Downtown. Alvin Hammer Druggist. Very cool old drugstore. And the restaurant is in the East Village here. So this is where parking. I see a really cool Frida Kahlo mural over there, but then if you look at this store over here, it's called the greatest store in the universe. If you see this guy, you can tell you found the right place. We're going to Zombie Burger. How cool is this? You have the hand coming from the grave outside, and that's also the logo. And then you've got what looks like Tor Johnson over there. Doesn't that look like Tor Johnson from the Ed Wood movies? Can't wait to try this. We've got a full burger menu and a really cool decor inside. Here's the zombie pickup for pickup orders. And look at this. You get like the full creepy zombie experience. It's happening again! Keep calm and eat brains. Oh, that's cool. Wow. That is awesome. I have to try the Texas Chicken Fried Steak Massacre. Let's take a look at the bar. Creepy baby, you've got all kinds of heads and everything. Very cool. Wow. Looks like some killer clowns from outer space up there. Oh, this is great. Wicker casket. And then in case a zombie breakout, you've got the gun up there. Alright, let's order some food. They just gave us a menu. They make the menu look like a newspaper article. How cool is that? And incredibly cool merch. You know, not only their logo is amazing, but look at that. The zombie burger with the zombies. That says 10th anniversary shirt, so they've been around at least for 10 years. That's cool. Such a good one. I love that shirt. I feel like I'm in the middle of a movie right now. So we're gonna get 2 burgers and share them. So we're gonna get that country fried steak. But we're also gonna try they're coming to get you Barbara grilled cheese. And they said that their menu is very kind of peculiar. They have a burger that is actually, instead of a bun, it's macaroni and cheese. And if you're in the mood for chicken, they've got the Poultrygeist, which is a great movie. It's a trauma movie if you've never seen it. Stuntman Mike's chicken sandwich. Zombie bride wedding cake. So we're gonna go ahead and eat right here. Another really cool logo here. And they actually have a sandwich named the Ray Gun. It has jalapenos, and they said that's one thing that they're really proud of, is that they have kind of a non-conventional ingredients on each burger. I even saw kind of it was an Elvis Undead burger with cheese, peanut butter and jelly, all kinds of stuff. There's the Undead Elvis, peanut butter, fried banana, bacon, American cheese, egg, and mayo. So here we are, lunch is served. We got the Coming to Get You Barbara grilled cheese with caramelized onions and I think bacon and burger. And then this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with a couple of jalapeno on top. Yeah, we'll pick some of those jalapeno off. They're baked into it, but I'm not really wanting to eat it. And there's also something on here called zombie sauce. So we'll find out what zombie sauce is. And that is all gravy. Oh, that is so good. Started with they're coming to get you, Barbara. Unbelievably good. That's all she wrote for the burger. Barbara, we came to get you and we got you. Oh, the chicken fried steak's got an egg in there too. I didn't notice that when we ordered it. Right there, that guy. I'm gonna give that a thumbs up as well. I think for personal preference, I enjoy the first thing that we had, but I'm liking this as well. It's just a little, for me, the jalapeno was a little bit too much. All right, my friends, we're gonna call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I hope you enjoyed all the places that we went today. We're gonna call it a day and head off back to Missouri. I think you guys are gonna enjoy what we're up to in Missouri. So have a great night, and John, I will see you all next time. Have a great night, and goodbye.